Hey, good
Good
morning.
morning.
It is another beautiful day here in Malawi. You can probably hear the sound of, you really said the sea, the
The
lake.
lake.
Yesterday was quite windy, and so you can probably hear a little bit of wind as well, but it blew the lake up into, yeah, really quite rough waves, and you can hear them sort of splashing in to the shore this morning. But we had a fantastic day yesterday. What were we up to, Han?
We all split into three different groups to go and see savings groups in action. So it was amazing to see the local communities, the church gathered, the people that are part of those groups sitting down doing the worship. Then they did a session of word and Bible study time. They then did their actual banking with each other. They sat round in a circle, and those that were repaying loans were repaying loans. Those that were buying shares in the group did so, and then people who are able to pay in a social, what was the phrase, like a
Social
social
fund.
fund,
Yeah.
contributing back into the group to help benefit of the group. We kind of saw all that in action and seeing how they do that process, and also we got to hear testimonies from individuals in each group on what they had done having invested into the group, and the way that they're profiting individually and in a community in their lives because of the savings groups. That was really inspiring to hear those testimonies, to hear the stories, to see people's lives completely turned around because of the group they were part of.
Yeah, and the savings group works like, yeah, basically like it sounds. It's about the people in the community gathering together, setting within a framework some bylaws, some guidelines, and then they agree they're going to try and save some money. And as they save some money as a collective, it's basically like a miniature bank. Then they also loan out to each other at a small rate of interest, a reasonable rate of interest. So it might be that, you know, each person's managed to contribute a couple of hundred kwacha, and then someone needs a loan for maybe 1,000 or 5,000 to, you know, purchase half a bag of fertilizer for their farming. And so they're able to do that. They have a repayment term. It might be 30 days or 90 days, and they repay that back, and then everyone's benefited. They've been able to get what they need, which is advanced whatever business initiative that they're working on. But equally, the people who've been saving money have earned a little bit of interest, and so it kind of works really, really well. And it's kind of like, seems like a small thing, but it's mega transformative on like so many levels. Not only is it like, I mean, you've got great stories about what was going on with
Yeah.
people in your
I mean,
group.
one of the guys there, the first year, he bought a bag of maize to plant out in his field. The second year, he bought a bike, which he showed us. He was so proud of riding that, and he's got bigger plans for the coming year to be able to buy a whole plot of land to then extend his farming onto. I think I put it in the group chat, people are following the prayer there, that the pastor had bought a motorbike, and he was so proud of this. He drove it into the middle of the group as we were all sitting around so that we could take photos of him, because he wanted to show us just how blessed he had been by the group, and then how he can bless others using that bike for his business and for his pastoral work and supporting his community. So that was just really exciting to see that. His wife is also like the lead sort of chairperson of the farming part of that community. So she was talking to us about crop rotation and how the plots of land they had that sort of have divided up a 16 by 39 metre plot of land. Not a massive, they're not giving out acres of land, but to have that starting point and to show them this is the order we plant the crops in. So there's the nitrogen fixing ones, and there's ones that are replenishing other minerals and goodness to the soil, and they rotate those round. How much more yield they can get, and then people are seeing the fruit, literal fruit of that harvest, because their yields are going up and up. There's still a hunger in the communities, which is really hard to see, but they're hopeful because they're seeing the fruit of their labour and investing into the savings group and the rewards from that.
Yeah, it was really cool. One of the ladies, like, we were saying what the difference it's made, and like it's like incredibly practical things. Like, she's like, I used to sleep on the floor, and now I have this mattress. And she was like super just passionate about this, which is obviously a huge change in her life. But like, one of the other girls on the team who was at the visit that I was at was like sort of said to me, like, we should get her selling mattresses. She was so passionate about the how this had just changed her, and of course it would change anybody's life. And so it's like really cool to see that, and like Hannah said, it kind of combines with the sustainable agriculture practices. The group that we were at also had a new banana plantation, and they were really excited about how they'd managed to get 100 odd seedlings to develop, and they were planted and they will crop in 10 months, and that fruit's hard to necessarily come by for them, and it's a great saleable product, and so they were really excited about collaboratively farming. And it was so clear, like my group that I went to visit was a all girls group, all ladies group, ranging from 18 to 65, and they'd been together for 6 years, and it was more, it was everything to them. It was making a huge difference in working on the poverty in their situation, but it was also community. They were also farming together, and it was like C3 group, small group, but multiplied. These people like just loving and caring for each other, but also working on their business together. So it was really cool to see. It was primarily projects yesterday guided by Hope International, so it was cool to hear from their team and about the vision there, but also to see how we've got these three partners here in Malawi primarily coming together, which is Tier Fund, Hope International, and World Relief. So they're all like learning from each other and borrowing principles. Like the sustainable farming was like things that they'd learned from the other partners, and they're introducing them into people doing savings groups. So it's kind of like just maximising the impact, and it was really cool.
Yeah, it's a real honour to be part of those communities for the morning and be able to see what they're doing and just ask all the questions and seeing their pride in what they're doing. And especially seeing lots more women in leadership as well. The people in my group, the chair, the vice chair, the secretary, the vice secretary, were all women. When we had to introduce each of ourselves, you could see them sort of visibly lighting up, seeing us, saying that we are women pastors, we are leading in our churches back home, and they could just see they're inspired by, they have something they can give back, they can lead their communities and do that really well.
Yeah, and one of the team over here, one of the Malawian teams, talking about how the other day at breakfast, how like poverty destroys dignity, but like all these people that we're going to see, they like dignity's restored. Like they are confident, like Hannah said, they are leaders. Their mindsets have changed and shifted. We talked maybe a little bit about that in our last video, but mindsets have changed and shifted, and they are just. Then there's a confidence that's rising up that helps them to then push forward into the goals they have for their life. So today we leave beautiful Salima and the lake, and we're about to have breakfast, and then we're heading back to the long way. And on our way back, we are visiting a discipleship sort of training school, theological college with Tier Fund, and so that's all about training pastors and leaders who are going to be ministering, across the countryside. So we're excited to see that today, and tell you some more about that tomorrow. But have a blessed day. We appreciate your prayers, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Take care.